The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Truth, like gold, is to be obtained not by its growth, but by washing away from it all that is not gold. Government is an association of men who do violence to the rest of us. Joy can only be real if people look upon their life as a service and have a definite object in life outside themselves and their personal happiness. Without knowing what I am and why I am here, life is impossible. Historians are like deaf people who go on answering questions that no one has asked them. Man lives consciously for himself, but is an unconscious instrument in the attainment of the historic, universal aims of humanity. Everything that I understand only because I love. The chief difference between words and deeds is that words are always intended for men for their approbation, but deeds can be done only for God. We lost because we told ourselves we lost. Art is not a handicraft, it is the transmission of feeling the artist has experienced. There is no greatness where there is no simplicity, goodness, and truth. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Music is the shorthand of emotion. An arrogant person considers himself perfect. This is the chief harm of arrogance. It interferes with a person's main task in life, becoming a better person. True life is lived when tiny changes occur. War is so unjust and ugly that all who wage it must try to stifle the voice of conscience within themselves. All happy families resemble one another. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. In all history, there is no war which was not hatched by the governments alone, independent of the interests of the people, to whom war is always pernicious, even when successful. A man can live and be healthy without killing animals for food. Therefore, if he eats meat, he participates in taking animal life merely for the sake of his appetite. The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. One of the first conditions of happiness is that the link between man and nature shall not be broken. Boredom is the desire for desires. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. All violence consists in some people forcing others under threat of suffering or death to do what they do not want to do. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. We are asleep until we fall in love. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him.